And I'm going to share this tab. So for those that aren't aware, we have the Living Free Festival that is now going ahead. Let me bring that on. So Living Free Festival is going ahead 23 to 25 of August in the Pillar Valley region of New South Wales. So if you want to know what it's for, well, why would we be holding this festival? There are other festivals around. We just had Blues Fest, which apparently was a bit of a flop. We used to have Splendor in the Grass, which didn't go ahead because not enough people bought tickets. A lot of people, I think, are now aware that a lot of what happens in the mainstream is kind of not really serving us. A lot of it is like a loosh, as in it's there to harvest people's energy. Does it really bring people into their hearts, or is it really distracting? And is it going to be a bit of a just like a negative thing overall? There's nothing wrong with people having fun, and I think that's the inversion. Like people going to a gathering to enjoy music and to enjoy community and connection. Of course, that's a big part of us and what we're here to do. But then, of course, with all the money that's behind a lot of this stuff, there's a lot of inversions to it. So that started with things like Woodstock, and it continues in festivals like Burning Man. Like, do people go and have fun? Yes. Is that a good thing? Absolutely. But just look at what really goes on, what's really being promoted, what's really happening in the bigger picture. And when you look at it from that perspective, it's not so healthy at all. Tickets for the festival are incredibly well priced. Thank you. It's good to know. What will you have music at the festival? Yes, it's music, it's workshops, speakers, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm just hearing victim consciousness. And I believe that it would in no way serve you to drop the ticket prices because they're already, I think they're pretty reasonable. And also, when you don't have backing from alcohol companies, you're not inviting a crowd of people who are going to be doing a whole bunch of drugs and dealing within the festival. And therefore the cops are involved because they're part of the rings and shit. And then they do these arrests and all that. Because we're not doing that, it's all off our own bat. Now, it's a not-for-profit festival. And if you don't know, it's going to cost us $60,000 minimum to put the festival on. All right. So venue hire, AV, flying in the American guests. Like, it's just, I forget the figure. It's something like $60,000 to put the festival on. We need to sell at least 500 tickets just to break even. Now we're looking for 1,000, and it's non-for-profit. So everything that goes in above the cost. And by the way, we've got like our staging in that set. And if we get like way more ticket sales than we thought, we're just going to put on better staging. We're going to make it such a kick-ass event that it just sets such a strong tone that for like here on out, it just runs and runs and runs and doesn't become one of those festivals that peters out. So this festival is about bringing together people who are already helping to create a world that is not a part of that Zionist regime, where there's a lot of, inversions going on. So what we're essentially doing is bringing in speakers who are already doing amazing stuff, such as Cal Washington, who's been pioneering the current rounds of notices of liability, holding companies, which includes government, of course, liable for the types of lies they've been telling over the last, for a long time, but especially the last few years. So we've got Cal Washington, we've got Alex Zek coming, we've also got Mike Winner, all coming from the United States. And then we've got, there's me, and there's Dave Armstrong as well. We've got Dale Hones, Narita McInnes, Nick Patterson, Dottie Jansen, Madeline Doherty. So hopefully Dale and Madeline are going to team up and do it together, which would be hilarious. Sky, Marissa Rose, who's going to talk about, trust and PMAs. We've got Daniel Reuters, who we really like. Todd Tolk, we've got Darren Dixon, absolute legends all. We've got our music artists, and the workshops are yet to be announced. So there'll be a lot more announced on this site, which if you haven't seen the site, livingfreefestival.org. So look forward to the schedule. Yeah, you just keep an eye on the site. Off topic, can you hunt roos there? Not at the site, no. It's backed onto a national park. Where has the government of Australia gone? We now have the Australian government. Don't worry about the governments. You don't need them. Okay, let's look at the easy ways. Sell shit that I don't need. What don't I need? Every single thing in this except for this to do this stream. That guitars I could get $200 for, $200, $600. for that one. Now, can I sell it today? No, but if I sold that one, and that one for $350, I guarantee you it'll go by 9. Why? Because anyone who's sensible knows that they could buy that, separate the guitars, give themselves a week to sell it on Marketplace, and make a more than double their money on their quote unquote investment. What else? Most of this shit I could sell. All right. So I could do that. That's it. That's the whole reason we have A, the Living Free movement, and B, we're running this Living Free Festival, is to help people out of that. So if between now and then, I'm assuming you have a family, the family ticket is something like $550. Now, if you wait to hear from one of somebody who's going to do an affiliate deal, which I'm not because I'm running the festival, like doesn't make sense, you'll get like a 10%-ish or whatever it's going to be discount. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, do you have Netflix? Can you fast for a week and do yourself a favor physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Can you put less gas in your car? Can you downgrade the car you have and get a less expensive one? There's so many ways that you could find a way to come up with $500 for a family pass. There's way more. Are you a doctor giving health advice? Interested what medical experience you have to be advising and charging? Maria, you sound like a troll, so I'll just answer your question anyway. No, I would back myself about 1,000 times more than a doctor giving you health advice. I did study medicine, and then I didn't study medicine because studying medicine was retarded, and that's why. So I'm actually better than a doctor. Thanks very much. My medical experience is I've treated several people for all kinds of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual ailments, and helped a lot of people get better without giving them drugs and taking out organs and killing people. And this is all free, you retard. Are you paying for this fucking stream, you idiot?